promise in there. Um,
Yeah, I
it's
just
just
ordered.
interesting. And then it's different translations. Like it was the Geneva before the King James, and I believe Geneva Bible was in the 1400 or
Yeah,
1300s.
bro, I'm right there with you. I just ordered me an Ethiopian Bible. My shit should be here
Mm.
tomorrow.
I actually got me the
That
Apocrypha
shit,
too.
that shit got 167 books in it, bro.
Yeah, I heard of the
Yeah, it
Apocrypha.
got some extra psalms in it too.
That
What
shit
you
got
say?
that shit got all the apocryphas. That shit got the Enoch, everything from Enoch. That shit got everything. The Pistis. That shit got everything in it.
Oh yeah, the I guess that's how you pronounce that shit. But yeah, the letters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's interesting, but I think because the book is so vast, and I think when people talk about those books that's not in it, well, that's not Catholic canon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think you can. It's easy to get off from. So I think you can approach it as something that is historical, something that's archaeological or investigative about
Mm-hmm.
it, or you can look at it just straight alchemy. And I think if you look at it straight alchemy, all you need is about 8 books, nine
Yeah.
books,
Yeah.
maybe 11, where they got like the meat and potatoes of it, honestly, you can just use Genesis and just read Genesis over and over again and get a nice path uh, to spiritual alignment
Yeah. I think
and
if you
alchemy.
put Enoch with the Book of Revelations or Genesis, like yeah, you put Enoch with Genesis. That's it. You're done. That's it, because you're going from the first prophet to Revelations. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I say Saint John. Put Saint John in there.
Oh,
Boom.
definitely gotta do John, man. John is that ball, man. But see, when I was doing my study on the symbols, this is what got
Hmm.
me upset because I'm doing the study on the symbols, and in all of the texts and everything, I know how everything is always Europeanized, right? Through all of the texts and everything, all of the symbols look like some fair skinned people, right? But then if
Hmm.
you dig, you ain't gotta dig that much. If you dig, you'll find out that there were 13 different symbols, and all of them were different nationality. Now the symbols were supposed to be connected to the Oracle at Delphi, and they were also listed as the original Gnostics. These is
Hmm.
all women, bro.
Hmm.
They were supposed to be the first oracles. So like everybody came to their shit, they spoke in tongues, they got their insight, and they kept it pushing from them. So like when you dig, you understand that there was Ethiopian symbols, there was African symbols, there was Kemetic symbols, there were Phoenician symbols, and then it keeps going on and on. You get Greek, you get fucking Romanian, like it goes on
Yeah.
and on. And I'm just like, wow, they just got 12 white symbols in here. Like that's just okay.
Right. 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 Yeah. You can't trust the imagery that they put with it at
Can't.
all.
You
Cause I
can't.
mean, it's the word, not the depictions.
Yes,
Everybody say it's not
definitely
about the
was.
depictions. It's the words.
I feel like the niggas
People
was using their AI picture generators back then and shit.
like to really think about that. What energy would be like? Yes, humans make a depiction of me. That's some egoic shit. They want to feed off of you, but they want you to serve yourself up on a platter.
And that's the shit because like when you get to fucking Europe, right? You get to Europe and you find out, the oracles over there, they had this one John who bragged about the fact that she went her whole life and only took 3 baths. And I was like,
Yeah, that was their nobility. Yeah.
bro, she took a bath when she gave birth. She took a bath when she got pregnant. I mean, when she got married. And I forget the other time when she took a bath. But yeah, Like it was a bragging point that you only took 3 baths, bro.
How you say this dude last name? Cesar Borgia?
Oh, Borges,
Borges.
Borgia.
For some reason, I won't call him Caesar Boyega. but I remember hearing about this dude. This is where quote unquote white Jesus come from. A painting of this guy, and I believe it was like one of the popes, like Pope Valentino, was just like, I want my son to be in the image, or I want y'all to say this is Jesus, my son. And they just ran with the shit. It's just crazy how how a lie can just roll and something that we know it's a lie, but you can still, go to the art museum to see paintings of a white man and it'll say Jesus on the description.
Look at Alexander. Look at Alexander Dumas.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books growing up was The Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I want to read that.
It's a
I do want to
phenomenal book,
read that.
bro. I put that shit up there with The Alchemist.
Damn, they make him look like Grover Cleveland.
And that's essentially your author of what, Three Musketeers and all of that, right?
Right. This was an important book on Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, but not only Three Musketeers, but also the Knights Templar
Yeah.
and the hidden story of Hiram Abiff. That's all in the same area. Now it said those boys would bury your head in order to get money, which I think is a phenomenal ritual, by the way.
I mean, when
um
you think about that too, you say they buried a head, right?
They used to always dig it up when they wanted to get more money. They put it in a different spot.
When I think about like people messing with heads and headless things and deity, I think Baphomet.
Big pause. Big pause. My bad. I should have said pause before I said it. But go ahead.
Yeah, see the Templars. Yeah, see, I knew that was gonna connect to Baphomet.
All of this shit fits.
Anything that deal with something headless, I think of Baphomet.
John the Baptist was beheaded and he was buried without his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't they catch him lacking when all the apostles went out?
John the Baptist was in prison.
Now they thought they caught him lacking. The whole thing is that they hit him in the chest, they hit him in the head, then the neck, but he didn't die.
Oh, you talking about Hiram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could see how they can be tied together, Hiram and St. John the Baptist. But they relate St. John the Baptist and St. John the Evangelist together. But they call it St. John's plural the Baptist, where they're talking about one of the Johns that baptized Jesus, and then the other John who was his first believer, not disciple, but first like his young nigga. You know what I mean? John the Evangelist was like the little homie. But it's like a thing in masonry where they talk about shit like perpendicular parallel lines. Yeah.
It's the nigga
John
that
being.
was he wrote
Mm-hmm.
Revelations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because he was to me, Saint John the Evangelist was like a unofficial disciple. You know what I mean? He was kind of like he was a student. You know what I mean? He was a real deal student.
Oh, there's a
And
whole
just
nother
from being
John
such a
entirely. They
huh?
got John. John of Patmos was the one who wrote. So it's John of Patmos, John the Evangelist, and then John the Baptist.
The archetypes of John.
Oh, it's basically it's three different people.
Saint John of Patmos, also known as John the Revelator, John the Divine, and John the Theologian. He is traditionally considered to be the author of the book of Revelation. According to most biblical historians, he was exiled to the Aegean island of Patmos by the Roman Empire emperor due to an anti-Christian prosecution.
So he's sitting on this island with nothing but psychedelics, and he comes up with Revelation high out of his fucking mind,
Shit.
tweaked out, and then it becomes the last book of the Bible. That shit crazy.
Mm,
Because Revelation don't
mm,
have nothing to do with the Bible. It
mm,
do like it's scripture because it
mm,
references past scripture, but it's just like he's a theologian. He knows scripture, so but it's a book all of its own, and it's like it's all crazy because they all utilize this modality or this euphem I don't even know pseudonym of John. But if you don't do the knowledge, you just assume it's the same guy.
Somebody in the chat is thinking about John is a metaphor for the zodiac signs. I can't remember, but when we think about the four apostles,
I think
John, Mark,
Leo.
Luke, and I can't think of the last one, but they all
Oh,
represent the
Matthew,
four.
Mark, Luke, and John.
Yeah, they all represent the four Cuberic beasts and all the four fixed modalities of the horoscope. So you got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. I'm trying to think of that
Leo.
last. Leo, right?
Fire. I got that fire.
You look at the World Tarot card, you'll get those same. You have the fixed stars. So
And the
correct
air
me if I'm wrong. Taurus, Leo, damn, this ego would have
Scorpio.
to be
Yep, and Aquarius.
Scorpio,
Aquarius.
yeah, in Aquarius.
Yeah, the man is Scorpio. The
Them is
ego.
the fixed signs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you have that.
Mm-hmm. I
Yep, and
think
you
it's
can
on the
also see an
Hierophant
air.
card too.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. In the third row. So relaxing music and sounds. I hope this answered your question. Delving into John, in which horoscopes represent him, or zodiac signs.
Hmm. These motherfuckers using the same symbolism over and over again.
Mhm. Mhm.
And y'all still don't get it.
Still don't get it. But yeah, but I think like dealing with beheaded entities, not within itself, maybe it's my bias or my skew, but I'm not gonna just be looking at a skeleton head or nothing like that, right? I would figure that they was under some form of trance or hypnosis, and that head actually talked to them.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
John the Baptist, he has risen from the dead. That is why miraculous powers are at work in him. What are they talking about specifically?
In a way, you can say the head being removed from the body is a real crude way of saying ascension. You know, it's kind of like the head being the seat of the soul. And so if you move the head from the body, it has no, well, it has a very limited um connection to sense consciousness. You know what I mean? If you just a head floating around in the astral, you ain't worried about your private parts, you know. You're not worried about food.
Oh no.
You
And
know, like
also,
you're a mind, you know.
yeah, and also when you think about even in the tree of life, Kether represents the aspect of the head, the highest point to heaven. And when we think about that Sephiroth, it also represents crown. So, and what's on top of the head? A crown.
Did y'all mention? Sorry, I had to run off. Did y'all mention St. John's Day?
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Oh,
so Saint, so I believe
St.
Saint
John's
John the
Day
Baptist.
is
I'll
St.
go ahead.
John's Day, John the Baptist. That's June 24th.
The summer solstice,
Yep.
and Saint John the Evangelist's Day is, I believe, the day after Christmas
Mm-hmm.
or the winter solstice before Christmas, like the 22nd, 21st.
It's when the sun starts its ascent back up.
Yeah, the winter solstice, excuse me. Or wait a minute.
That's an ill little story. They basically cut his head off and then they bury the body, and then that's just the end of the story. Nobody talks more about it. But his head is on a platter in the royal court, right? And it's
Hmm.
like y'all don't say nothing
Hmm.
else about it, and it's kind of like,
Like it's just like it's an everyday thing. Like, yeah, we just cut this
yeah,
nigga head off.
So
put his head off there,
I think hold
got some
on,
trumpets.
hold on. Um, as because I think it's like a little small piece in Matthew where Jesus talk about it a little bit more. But I think it's in the
Mhm.
lines of how we were talking about the Beatitudes, where his persecution was carried out in that way. um, I'm about to try to find
But
if I can find
he's
it.
also duality. He's also duality. Cause what's that? John 3:30. He must increase, but I must decrease.
and
You
thinking
said
about
I must
duality
what?
and other aspects, isn't John Elijah?
Is it a what?
Isn't John Elijah? You know, when he came, basically, when him and Jesus met, Jesus telling him you should baptize me instead, and they was talking about how John is a reincarnation of Elijah, because you know he one that went to heaven and never died. They came back.
Hmm.
A lot of people contest that, saying, "Well, Elijah never died, so how can he reincarnate?"
I think what you're talking about, AD, is like Matthew 17, verse 11.
And the decapitation is supposed to be symbolism for the separation of head, mind, ego from the body. Is seen as a mystical death that precedes rebirth or higher consciousness. Okay.
Mountain the energy. Just like lynching a nigga.
Pretty much.
You know those old white families still got teeth and leather skin book bindings at their house as family heirlooms, you know. Still got black baby skulls on the mantle.
In the tarot, he's the temperance card.
Even when you look at John the Baptist in Truth Unity, it says it represents the natural man, the physical man. His face is towards the light in the measure that he recognizes or pay homage to the higher self within the individual. The intellectual perception of truth by the natural man is not the true light, but bears witness to the light and prepares the way for its dawning of consciousness. So that is the, I just think about this in a way where people be like, where was God during slavery? Right. People usually say that, but if you can give a person any human circumstance, but if they're not the bearer of the Christ consciousness, then it doesn't matter what they go through. The reality is that just because you can perceive the truth doesn't mean you could be the truth. So we all just talking about white people. I mean, it literally means that we live in a world where if you go to white neighborhoods and upper echelon neighborhoods, you might can be like, damn, what the fuck is going on? But in reality, what if they were just the people who were preparing the way?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Getting everything ready and clearing it.
Yep. I think that's exactly what it is. And I think that's why his death stands out so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's almost like he was like a Whopper Junior, you know what I mean? And Jesus is the Whopper, you know. um and it's so far in between, you know, so you can get the difference. Because it was a part in the Bible that Saint John the Baptist, when he was in prison, he asked his own, because he had his own disciples as well, and he told his disciples to go see who was doing these miracles, you know, and ask him, is there, if he's really the Messiah. And Jesus was kind of like, did he really just send people to ask this? Like, like you really gonna ask?
This nigga tripping.
You know what it is. I mean,
He
come
said, "Who
on now.
man's is this?"
Right. You didn't seen the what do they call that thing? The Pentecost. You didn't seen the Pentecost when you baptized. What do you mean? So it's like John the Baptist is kind of like that archaeologist that know about a hidden treasure but don't know that esoteric truth behind it. But he know that it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But if he had it, he couldn't do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
So, and going to the headless thing too, it's been a whole bunch of it's a whole story in Norse mythology where this dude got his head cut off and they kept this nigga around on his hip for information because he was the smartest man in the world. Because he was tied to a tree that Odin put him there, so he couldn't leave.
Mm.
So Odin trapped him and used him for himself until someone came and rescued him. So, and that's how they used him. They kept him alive like that for his consciousness.
What we looking at? Looking at.
Yo, that was ill.
You have a reference to a movie.
Your voice sound a little muffled.
I was saying, asking AD, what did he have prep for, like the Lunar Conversations, the moon?
So first, really getting into, didn't we just have a full moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really getting prepared for that time of coming after of a full moon, which is a waning gibbous. So it's like that time to really like get ready for them new attentions, reaping, harvesting, and just like we technically finna be done with this, and we're ready to set a new energy. But the main conversation is a lot of people trying to understand like this moon, right? Because some people want to know whether if it was a super moon or was this a regular full moon. Because a lot of people are still confused on what the full moon brings. So I want to talk about that aspect and get ready for this new moon and a few transits that the moon is going through. Because right now you can automatically see the moon opposing Venus, and that's like within Sagittarius energy, along with Gemini, which is on that Nine of Swords. So we got to deal with this mental conflict right now. And I just feel like a lot of people are always dealing with this, especially with this new moon. I mean, full moon energy going into new moon.
Full moon was in like Aries, Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Like what type of things? I mean, for me, I just kind of been like focused more on like being super intentional. So like what type of things have been happening?
Um, for me, it's been a lot more of following my intuition with what I need to get done, and kind of being a little cool and collected despite the circumstances. Because it's a lot of death that's happening right now in life. It's just people, someone in my family transitioned. I know probably about four other people that I know. It's a very and I mean you got the sun going into Scorpio right now, so who knows what is going to bring. About time is going to be in what the Seven of Cups. Uh,
I like how you said
yeah,
that, bro, because
mhm,
it's also aspecting Uranus, and Uranus always represents them sudden changes.
opposed, yeah, Uranus, yeah.
So it's just like them sudden changes and unexpected things might happen with this transit. Because the recent family member, man, like, I know some people that dealt with someone getting hit with run and just there's a lot of things going on. Car accidents. It's always that time of like transit, and especially when we come into winter, a lot of people start to get more depressed. And it's like these subtle things like that make us aware of astrology, of how certain aspects of planets and seasons affect us mentally as well.
Yeah, I think right now is where the sun is at in opposed Uranus. I think is actually in. I think this opposition isn't that doesn't have that much tension to me. I think it could really bring you into a place of clarity, you know. But like a big change, I think you gotta be embracing to your change, you know, because right now, you know, why there is death happening, it's a lot of renewal that's happening. It's a lot of people getting new jobs. You know, new books on the way. Join the Discord. um, you know what I mean? Like people getting more money right now. You know what I mean? People moving into homes right now. You know, despite whatever the fuck you thought was gonna happen after the election. You know, people's getting money in this Bitcoin. You know, it's a lot of money out here, and plus it's the holiday season coming up. Like somebody's going to become a millionaire. You might know somebody and know somebody that's about to be a millionaire. Um, yeah, but I mean, where's the moon at? Okay, the moon is in Gemini.
It's really on Ten of Swords. My fault, I said 9. I thought it was
Yeah, Ten of Swords, and it's opposed Venus. So the moon opposed Venus, where they're at right now, to me, it's almost like forget the stuff that you thought you knew. Because you so souped up in the books that you missing the point. You know, you don't always have to meditate the same way every day in the same place. You know, you don't always have to, carry your crystals with you. Because these are things that are to guide you to your spirit. But once you're with your spirit, you don't need none of that, really. You know, and a good way to measure where you're at. If you out here with all the trinkets on you and you looking at other people like they're not spiritual because they don't got all the shit and the gadgets and stuff, what have you.
You can say that's a being on the influence of Venus, because you looking at the material and aspects and you trying to get away through that, instead of like when you realize you could just always connect Sagittarius, higher knowledge, or ancestors, Jupiter. When we tap into Jupiter, it's just simply going within to that higher mind, whereas in like sometimes we really be in some type of Mercury energy, just trying to be logic and think things through.
Yeah, you see what Mercury is at. Where that bitch is at, nigga. That's what Mercury is.
He said married women always want to. He said
or if you ain't looking for the bitches, you on your lady or something. What the older folks call it, you trying to get the skins. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But
just call me old, why don't you, nigga?
Hey man, long niggas tapping into that Montauk Chia. I mean, hey.
Hey, pause, man. Did you say long niggas?
I said Montauk Chia.
Did you say long though?
No, I said make sure y'all tap into Montauk Chia.
Oh, I thought you said long niggas tap into Montauk.
I think you were saying as long as.
Oh yeah, I know what was going on.
Yo.
Oh man. But Yeah, the moon and
Sexual energy is at an all-time high. You gotta be real about this shit. Like Bobby Hemmett was
Yeah, that shit is going through the roof right now.
saying.
No cap.
I hope she ain't listening to this video, but this girl emailed me today like, you was talking about Kundalini, and I've been so horny this past weekend here in Ireland. I'm so thankful for your video. I'm like, hey, man, go take a walk. You feel me?
yeah.
Leave that rose toy alone.
No, I feel you on that high energy because it's like when you think about all the events that's going on that's been passed by. You know, you got the election, then you got the fights, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Big. It's just like a lot of stuff popping off. And it's like what you
And
can.
within all of those dimensions, it's a lot of shit happening within those dimensions too.
Yeah, you got.
That's the crazy part about it.
You got Jonathan Majors and Megan Good getting married.
What?
Play the video, Hood.
I gotta find it. I had it. It got took off my files. I gotta load it back up. That shit was funny as hell. They probably took it down. Or StreamYard be tweaking. Probably deleted it.
I think Mars is in a really good place, though. It's a really nice. Well, I can't say good place, but I think Mars in Cancer is a very soothing place. I think that may have people's sexual energy up high as well. But it could be a lot of that you loving on yourself. You know, you can really direct that to yourself, or you can put love into a relationship, or pour love into somebody that you know that you know they might need prayer, they might need a phone call, or it's like kind of taking initiative.
Do y'all sit at the altar together? Like, you know, like the, you know what I'm saying?
What you say?
Like, you know, building. I said it's like sitting, like sitting at the altar with each other. You know what I'm saying? Building that connection, building that space.
But you gotta also know Mars and Pluto rule Scorpio. So this transit going into Scorpio, you might expect sexual energies to be running high, emotions to be running high. Make-A-Wish Foundation looking ass people, you know, trying to make some shit happen. Niggas be wanting a girl. Ain't got no riz, no money, no game. Just want a girl.
It's also the end of the year, so a lot of niggas might just feel like, you know,
they can use that Christmas.
They deserve it. Like they deserve it now. You know what I'm saying? Like
they was on.
I went to work.
Santa said naughty or nice. They was like, I haven't been a naughty boy. Like
yeah, like I went to work on time all year long. I paid my bills. Like, you know, like I should be allowed a few boxes. You know what I'm saying?
First date. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, I go to work every day. I'm a good worker. I do overtime. Okay, this pussy getting wet. This pussy getting it's drenched at this point. I feel like men, we don't even do the things that women like for the most part. And we be
no.
wanting her to like us. We don't even be doing none of this shit. We like, well, what did you do? I worked hard. I paid all the bills. I was a good man, Rashida.
All sandcastles.
Yeah, all sandcastle shit. She did not even care. Didn't even bat an eye. Like, oh yeah. You said what? Word,
That's
word.
crazy.
That's crazy. Look, Big Zig Zaddy is on his way, so I'm gonna need you to go
Hurry
in
up.
the bedroom.
Hurry up and vent your frustrations. But Big Zigzaddy is on his what?
He on his way. Tell me how you feel about it. You a good man. Yep. You work a good job. Pay all your bills on time. Say it
hey,
again for the
hey,
whole
and
house.
then
Here.
after that, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah. I just
Not a
wanted to
good
let you
man becomes
know.
a
I just
crazy
wanted to
man.
let you know that little Sarah and Junebug is his kids, all right? So
Well,
yeah.
Sarah Junebug. Well, Sarah Junebug is crazy work.
I'm thinking about like this would be probably like the last time. You know, people might overreact with Moon and Gemini, but if you don't overreact, this is pretty much the last time you're gonna trip the fuck out in a 28-day cycle. So just if you can make it through
Right,
tomorrow without punching somebody in the face, you good. You know what I'm saying? Just
right,
don't
right,
overreact. Like let it go. Woosah.
right, right. I agree because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be in Cancer. And if you didn't do something stupid today or tomorrow morning, once the moon is conjunct Mars, you're gonna really, I think that conjunction speaks to clarity in a way, because the moon really like to just sit around and be pouty if it can, whereas Mars is kind of like I cannot sit here and not do anything. So I think that conjunction will create some type of clarity, especially with it being in Cancer. Um, probably you probably might feel like you have the mood swings.
You gotta get those emotional regulations up.
Chakra work.
My youngest, well, not my youngest, my 9-year-old, he was like, Dad, I think I need to watch some videos on emotional regulation. This was like 4 hours post meltdown. My nigga was just sitting there thinking about it. He like, I think tomorrow, can we start with a video on emotional regulation? Because I don't even feel like
Oh,
these niggas even realize how to control the meltdown.
Yeah.
yo, I
Something that just
so
takes
done.
over their soul. They be like, yo, y'all gotta relax. And then this nigga 4 hours later just sitting back. Maybe I need to self-regulate a little better. That's what's up. I'm
Yo,
happy you had that
yo,
moment.
your
Yeah,
kids be master manipulators when they get older.
yeah, no,
Man,
that's
they,
dope.
these hoes ain't gonna stand a chance,
They
man.
ain't gonna stand a chance, nigga. I can hear Zor now talking about dating means dick at the end. Okay.
Oh wait, man.
Oh man. They don't pay attention to my videos, so that's good. That's good. They more into Mr. Beast, things of that nature. Tights or not.
Man.
If I was streaming GTA, they might fuck with it, but
They might fuck with you. That's crazy.
people nowadays they got like a 2 minute, if that, bandwidth to where they just start tuning you the fuck out as soon as you say You can't really hit a person with a 5-minute soliloquy no more. You got to be straight to the point. Like it's crazy out here.
Yeah, you got about a 90-second window, nigga.
Yeah, if you don't get all of it all out,
Feel
it's
like
going
30
to go
shit.
straight to like brr.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, don't say
It's them shorts. It's some shorts. Everybody attention span been whipped the ass. So you know they say your short got like 5 to 10 seconds to capture somebody's attention. So hey,
It's the scrolling aspect. You know, like you get to a video, good well, you're not gonna watch. You're just gonna keep scrolling until something scratches your eye, right? It's the scrolling aspect. Niggas see shit that they don't like, they just scroll past it. Bro, these niggas trying to kick knowledge, scroll. These niggas talking about astrology, scroll.
What do people want in 2025?
no new AI robot.
Everything without having to work for it.
Man, it's
Man,
like everybody wants
motherfucker,
the, they want the destination. They don't want to do the journey.
Nah, motherfucker want that when they wake up, that whatever it is that they hearts desire, that they could get it right then and there. No questions asked, no waiting for it, no working for it, especially not no working for it. They just want it because they want it, and that's it.
they want a kitchenette with Oompa Loompas in the back making McDonald's all day.
Yeah, I listened to a woman tell a man after the man asked her, "All right, if I'm going to provide for you 100%, what is it that you're going to bring to the table other than looking good?" And she said, with a straight face, she said, "Well, I don't know what I bring to the table, but you could teach me what you want at the table." What? What?
That just made me think of something. I had a correlation between the irony of fantasy and hard work. And the correlation is, well, I knew it, but I just wanted Google to say it because y'all listen to Google before y'all listen to me. The irony of fantasy and hard work lies in the fact that while fantasizing about achieving something often feels effortless and immediate, the reality of accomplishing a goal requires significant and often laborious effort and dedication, essentially making the quote unquote easy fantasy the opposite of the real hard work needed to achieve it. I've been around people that will sit and talk your ears off, clear off. You don't got no ears no more. They will talk. And then it's like, well, let's get in the field and do all the shit you was talking about. They start looking at you a little bit strange. Like I never thought that I would actually have to. I'd be like, shit, I build websites. Let's go. Like see, tomorrow I actually had a dentist appointment all day. I'm getting dentures tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, bro, I wanted to do that, bro. Just hold up. I just, you know,
Nigga say to you right now.
Right now, you do it right this minute. Wait, this second? You sure? Oh, damn. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. You mean to say we can't just talk about this shit all the time? Like every time we
yeah,
link,
you know this gonna take
complain
time,
about
bro. Remember, like I said, we gotta take it slow. We gotta take time.
yeah, bro. Let me sleep on it. Looking at
Yo,
let me
yo.
come back to you on this.
Yo,
Let me
that's how.
think about it real quick because this is a good idea. Let me talk about it with my wife, and then I'll get back to you.
Whenever you hear niggas say right now, just leave that nigga. Like, just don't.
Yo, right now,
Yo, that's
that is
that's what
crazy.
kids say to their parents when they don't want to do it.
Like, clean up the room, nigga. When? Now, like right now, nigga.
Like right now.
Like, bro. Think about it, bro. Think about how easy it is to fantasize and daydream. And this is Lunar Conversations. It's Monday. I ain't gonna talk about no relationship shit today. But just think about how motherfuckers will sit back and be like, I want this lifestyle, and they don't want to put no effort behind that actual lifestyle for real. If y'all ever had a serious, I'm not talking about a relationship, so just fill in that blank, whatever word you want to, and you was with not another person, if you was with an alien, and, and that alien didn't never want to put no effort into the bowling ball. We was bowling. We wasn't in a relationship. Me and the alien is bowling, and we trying to get a high score, but the alien don't want to help out. Ain't that a difficult? Have y'all ever been in that situation? Do y'all know what I'm talking about right now?
You mean the alien? You talking about the alien that got special powers, though, right? Like,
it's a prosophagus. It's a prosophagus.
Yeah, like he can just throw the ball at the pins and it's just a fall down, right? Like, and he's not even trying to help. Like,
like imagine, right? This alien could like do magic and instantly get strikes every time, but they don't put the effort into bowling. Not talking about relationships.
I just want to let you know I really bowl too. Like, for real, used to be on the bowling league, used to sub all the time.
That is some white boy shit.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's all I used to hear. I used to take winning tips. I was the plug at the bowling alley because I was the counter guy. So
hold on, AD.
And I was a bowling mechanic too, by the way. I knew how to work on the machines.
This nigga canoes, AD. This nigga canoes, okay?
Gang, gang, I'm already hip, man.
He talking about bowling.
I'm feeling like AD did every white boy activity at a certain
point. White water rafting. He talking about bowling and shit.
He said this nigga did a break dance, and this nigga said I'm saying, bro, when I had went did the counter shit, I was trying to stack up bread, and I was like, hey man, I'm trying to be a mechanic in here, and I do part times for the back guys when it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, but nah, though, I know how that be. There's been times where people hit me up like, yeah, bro, I want to compete, bro. I be seeing you, do your thing, and I think it's cool, bro. I'm like, bet, bro. It's actually a term coming up in like 2 weeks, and shoot, it's right down the street, bro. Oh, for real? Yeah. Okay, baby. I'm gonna let you know for sure. Papa, I know what. Yeah, man. My knee just been bothering me, bro. So I'm gonna just
You can tell it's been 5 seconds where it's bullshit.
Yeah, but that 5 seconds is so stale and so long. Like it says so much.
It's like, bro, I cannot believe this nigga right now. This nigga is about to be on some bullshit. Hey, bro, is you coming, bro? Yeah, bro, man. Damn, bro. Monday, bro. Oh shit, man. Damn, bro. Fuck, man.
My dog getting his tonsils taken out today, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna make
it. Yeah, bro. I don't know if I can make it. Nigga can't even bark right, bro. Be like, it don't even sound right, bro. I can't miss this. And nigga, when he bullshitting, his first thing to say, man, I can't miss it. I gotta go, bro. Daughter having a dance recital, man. I gotta go, man.
That nigga ain't seen his daughter in months of Sunday.
He ain't going to the dance recital. He was lying the whole time. This nigga just bullshit.
I know some of the niggas they was like, yeah, bro, I can't go no more, but they still in the bed.
Niggas call off work with that same energy.
Same energy.
It wasn't never a reason for me to call off work other than I didn't want to go, but I could never tell them that. So I just be having to make up some shit. I'm thinking about it all night.
Talk about it.
Perfect plan.
Talk about it.
Perfect ambiance. I might pre-text. I might text a nigga at 9 p.m. The next morning, like, bro, I got an itchy throat. My shit is acting weird, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yo,
It's
when that, hey,
buttering it, bro.
when that vacation was out, I swear so many people use that as an excuse. Oh yeah, I gotta go get a vacation. It's a scary sight over here.
You ever ask a nigga if your cough sound real? Yo, dog, does this cough sound real?
That's treacherous right there.
Hey, that's a whole nother level of experience
That's deep.
with the hood winking right there.
I be trying to skim and scan, man. I don't know. I try to get in where I fit in, man. And then my last question, like, man, it's all good though. Like y'all cool about it though, right? Like, oh yeah, we're good, man. Just get better, and we'll see you on Wednesday, right? You'll be here on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be here on Wednesday. I
Called in on Wednesday.
This day, man.
See, I think
Why you light up that blunt?
I think I should have been given a percentage of HR money. Because I swear to God, I'll be calling niggas to cover for me before I call off. That's my word. Like, yo, what you got going on today? Because I don't think I'm going in. And then I'll call off and be like, yeah, I'm not going to make it today.
Man, I sure remember when I worked at a dispensary, I paid somebody to work my shift, man. I was like, I can't do it, bro.
Oh, that
was treacherous.
I want to go train.
Yeah, nigga. That's crazy. You paid a nigga so you didn't have to go to work. That's crazy.
That's deep.
You know what's crazy?
I'm like,
did it before.
So you lost twice that day.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Was it a sick day?
I was really over around that time. But I gave him because we get free stuff. I gave him some of that. It's paid. I was like, right on. Held that for me. I want to go train.
The funny thing is, I didn't made up excuses before as well to not go to work, but I could still hear my mom voice in the back of my head, like, why you home? I don't live with her, but like it's still that feeling where it's like I remember telling my girl, like, nah, man, I don't want to, because my mom lived like 5 minutes away from me. I'm like, I don't want to drive. I don't want us to ride over there, because she was working from home, so she could take a lunch. But I was off, and I don't want her to know that I ain't at work.
Like shit.
But the work that I've always had like older black men that's like, if you can go to work, go to work. I never had nobody in my life tell me like, yeah, just fuck them. You know what I mean? It's still fuck them, but if you can go to work, bro. Go take your ass to work. You signed up for it, go to work.
Nah, for real. You gotta like for real, because there's been times where people enraged out and said, forget work, and they quit, knowing they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And then when they quit, now they busting and hustling, trying to find another one. It's like you at least didn't have like one job for not actually hired you, or like 3 more interviews or something. But like no, like you get emotional, we quit. So it's like stuff like that.
I think this is
people quit their job because they did the inner work for real. Like you just quit.
I think it's the end of the age where you have people that worked at a place for 30 years.
That's dope.
Worked for 20 years, Shoot, I'll be feeling like, man, I'll be real happy if I stay at this one place for 10 years. Even though 10 years is 10 years, but shit be changing so much. Even if you stay somewhere for 10 years, you're gonna see a lot of different people walk through that place.
Yeah, I had a coworker that used to get upset about that. She was like, I'm tired of these new people coming in and leaving and being fake friends, and then don't talk to you no more. Because she worked there for 28 years. So that's her thoughts and feelings on.
That age is over. Y'all be lucky if you can even find a job now. These Venezuelans All the jobs. Venezuelans, we pronounce it like a P. Yeah.
Yeah, people ain't gonna know until it's too late.
I mean, it's like a real world we live in, and so it's always interesting talking to people who's deep in their emotions. And I always think like, how do y'all niggas even pay all bills? Like, how do y'all exist caring about things that don't matter?
Hmm.
And I don't even think people even realize like, damn, I should be working super hard because if shit get real, ain't nobody coming to save me. Like, and that's the real.
Yep. Completely agree.
Is that Saturn square Jupiter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nah, reason why. And I think that's the one thing that's always forgetting, because like you know how you said, how can you exist and not care about things that that matter or need to be worked on, done? Is because, man, you'd be surprised that so many people are stuck with their distractions because they don't really know themselves. You know what I'm saying? If a man don't have purpose, pleasure is gonna be his success, his vice, his life. And a lot of people are stuck there. And it's easy to get caught up at a young age. It's like it's so easy to be. Some parents have you left alone, or they let you do a lot, or they just be like, oh, he cool, he fine, or she good, she fine. But sometimes a lot of people don't get that really much of guidance of having a structure. Sometimes you just come home from school or come home from work and that's it. I'm gonna just play the game, get on Instagram or TikTok until it's time to get up again. Imagine if we like actually prepare for the next day and build within ourselves too. I had a structure along for that, but things gotta just be taught and build with a foundation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that just another reason why I say that, because that relates to the Jupiter square Saturn. Because that could be like those setbacks that come to you, and it's like those inner tensions. And sometimes you feel like those opportunities that you feel like you deserve are not coming to you. And it's realizing that ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. It's all about what you working for.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna give you that work. Like ain't nobody gonna give you that reward. So just realizing that any area in our life that gets out of control or has intention, it requires that attention. And most of the time we're gonna try to ignore it. Was it gonna be certain things where it's just like food, pleasures, or we might hang out with friends or go to parties or put ourselves in group settings where we avoid being alone, where we have to do the work.
Yeah, it's kind of like a very powerful transit, though, when you look at it from a position of being the two social planets being at squares. So it's like, who are you going to be around? Do the people are you around with now, do they reflect your personality, or are they dealing with a past version of you, are you evolving beyond, like who are you in relation to other people? And those are some real live questions because you could at one level say, I'm this person, whatever, but then at a certain level, you could be completely wrong because Jupiter is square Saturn. So it brings in some challenge, something that you got to overcome. And the problem with squares a lot of times is people don't really want to deal with it. It's this girl that I see on IG. She was paralyzed, and she started working and walking, and she walks 15,000 steps a day. That's a lot of walking, especially being disabled. And that is Jupiter square Saturn. The most people going to do, you say I'm paralyzed, they be like, fuck it, I'm just not going to walk again. So what I say is like, where is your struggle at? Especially when it comes to like either dating or relating or finding people to do business with. Like, that might be a struggle for you. What are you doing to like break those barriers, break those modes to find business partners to help you? Like some people want to have successful channels, successful business, but are you doing the hard work that is comes with becoming a successful business? It's not just going to come to you. It's not going to be easy to do nothing, but it's easy to fantasize and wish for that thing to be successful. That's the easiest thing a nigga could do. But it's like, what are you about to work for? When you look at Saturn and Jupiter, this is a month long transit at on the short end. Depending on his retrograde cycle, it could be a whole year where things is tough. Tough not in a bad way, in the most amazing transformative way. But like nigga said earlier, people don't want tough. They want easy. And if it's tough, you know what I'm saying? Now niggas want to go into their shell and cry and, fold up. But this is really the time. Like if you invested in crypto, Jupiter is in Taurus. Some people might say, damn, I don't even feel like I need to invest. Especially if I talk to a girl and she don't know about it, she'll be like, this pussy is so good. I don't need to learn about cryptocurrency. I don't need to learn about financial instruments. And I can't lie. She might not be lying, but
It's hard to
I'm
argue
just
that
saying,
point.
it's hard to argue that point, Serpent.
I
Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. No, Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus create a learning triangle. So trying to understand this, you know,
I just want to know if the carpet matched the drapes.
also I feel like I ain't feel when you just really just do that process of that work, you build that grit that you want. A lot of people always imagine themselves to be grit, tough, say they can go the distance. But when you think about it, we feel like we always got to prove it to somebody else that we have that grit, that talent, that. But we never do it to ourselves by proving it to ourselves. Like I can do this, like, and I'm gonna do it by going doing it, and I'm not gonna tell nobody. Because most of the time when we look outside of ourselves for someone else's opinion, we low key like destroying our integrity in a way. Especially when it's not in the form of actually helping building yourself and learning. Sometimes we just want to ask people, do I look good, dude? Most time we're doing things to make ourselves feel good, feel like we're doing something. When the work is supposed to make you feel like you're doing something. It's like someone constantly going to the gym. When they constantly going to the gym, they feeling the work, they seeing the process because they showing up every day. And when they get home, they not eating when they get in the refrigerator, or they got a plan. So it's sometimes we don't see things like that. We just want the instant reaction, and that's when the short film content y'all be on Instagram scrolling. I just know it.
Facts.
Because when I'm saying I'm trying to gain experience with this grappling shit, and I just been competing, nigga, I don't always win. And it's like caring about winning or care about losing is really not gonna make you better. It's like learning what you're doing out there is trying to make you better. I just want experience. I want to be that person that like. So when I'm in this game, when young niggas run into me, they just like, damn. Because that's how I feel about some old heads in this game. Like, they cold.
Saturn come here to teach, man. Jupiter is coming to expand. So it's like making sure that you are in that area that you're supposed to be expanding in and really locking in and building your network and getting the money that you need. It all could be so simple, right? If you look at it from an astrological point of view. But yeah, man. What's some other things y'all want to chop it up about?
What everybody doing next with this moon? What everybody got planned for this new moon? How y'all gonna work with it?
Feel like we got another week or so. When is it? I think it's like a week or so.
I think December 1st.
Yeah, I probably think about it. I think about it after the quarter moon. I start really focusing in on the new moon. Because that quarter moon switch will fuck your ass up, boy. Last quarter and first quarter.
Yeah, because sometimes, maybe it's just me. Sometimes I feel like, is it waning or waxing?
It's waning.
No, I'm just saying if you're really
Oh,
not used to looking and being able to tell, you're just looking at it as a half moon. It could be waning, but you'll think it that it's waxing, and think, oh, I
mhm.
still got time.
That new moon. I gotta get into more waning moon magic, just letting go probably fast in between now and the new moon for show, for show. For show, for show. For show. For show.
Yeah, I look at the waning moon as kind of like being hands off on a certain level or whatever you're trying
Mhm.
to put in motion. Um, and it's like clean up time, like whatever you put in motion, being the full moon, whatever you put in motion is realized at the full moon. And the waning period is you just figuring out how to sustain it. All right, you got the career, you got the relationship, but the waning period to me is like, how can I sustain it? How can I eliminate um, what's in my life that prevented me from getting it in the first place? This is one thing to want and have something, but it's another thing to keep it.
Indeed.
Mike Tyson was worth 300 mil at a point.
Man. Hammer was worth 30 mil.
People People pretty upset with Tyson. What's y'all thoughts about that?
AI was worth 250 mil.
Ja Morant was worth like a half a bill, right?
Oh, he ain't even signed his super max yet. Wait till that next contract come out. He in line for 400 mil.
I don't think he's gonna get a ring.
Yeah, I don't think the motherfuckers care with that kind of money. You tell me 300 mil, fuck that ring. I will take 300 mil from the Washington Wizards right now, nigga. You crazy?
Yeah.
That shit's still green, bro.
What y'all think about the how y'all feel about Tyson?
Oh, it's the greatest ritual ever. Well, the latest ritual ever. You know, symbolically, great white hype beats King Melanated Man. Everybody melanated thinks Tyson is the baddest man on the planet for whatever reason. Um, so them being able to show him lose is obviously a ritual, but Mike Tyson is going broke, so that $20 million is going to do him really well.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me $20 million just to let some random person beat up on me? Absolutely, sign me up, please. So, and like Hood was talking about early, that's fucking glamour, bro. If you think a 68-year-old man is supposed to go in there and beat somebody that's 20 some odd years old, that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work.
How he going bankrupt? What's going on?
I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, he ain't done nothing relevant for like 30 some odd years, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
all those damn raps and papers and
yeah, he do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he do weird shit. Like TV shows about racing birds. Like, he did weird shit, bro, since his boxing career ended. So, like, I mean,
Racing birds.
racing birds. Yeah, he had some shit where he was showing his joint when he kept birds and shit on his roof and shit. But he was only doing interviews, and as far as I know, he still lived, you know, that crazy extravagant lifestyle. Unfortunately, he wasn't making that kind of money for it, which is why he had to take all those wild shows that he did. Don King did a number on him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Scam the fuck out of him.
But I personally feel like it's not even a certain amount of money that a person can have. Like from the outside looking in, it's like how could a person lose all of this money? But it's like I feel like if you gave a nigga a set form of money and all he did was spend it on shit, and he never had nothing in reference to investments and understanding how money actually works. I think when we look at black entertainers as a whole, we should learn that money is not going to save you. Financial literacy is important as if we can read a book, we should know the difference between an asset and a liability. Because that's financial literacy the same way as like words is a form of literacy. Like we understand it, but we don't understand it because we still can look at high levels of finances and be like, well, he gonna be straight. And it's like, no, he gonna get a big ass house and butlers and all of this shit is bills, bills, bills keep coming, coming. And eventually the nigga be broke because he can't pay everybody. You know what I mean? This nigga went to jail, so
Be like
he can't
Thug
make no
Nipsey.
money in jail. You know what I'm saying?
He started out being bamboozled by the two closest people to him, like his fucking his fucking boxing promoter and his fucking so-called wife. Like he got bamboozled right away. Like he signed that deal with Don King and got raped for that deal. Pause. And then he went out and splurged on Robin Givens and then married her and got spun. She spun his ass. And he never lived it down since then. And Hood is 1000% right. That man couldn't read or write for a long time while he was boxing in the beginning. Like Customato had to teach that man how to read and write. He couldn't read and write when he left Brownsville. So just think about that concept of a person making that kind of money and they can't read or write. I mean, Dexter Manley comes to mind. And there's something to be said about that. That shit was cool to black people back in the day, that dudes were not necessarily so smart, but they were still making all of this money. Which that was a bragging point back in the day. Now it's like a lot of people are very skeptical of that concept just because, like Hood said, how are you going to be able to keep that shit?
Mhm. Sure. Very interesting times. I did not think I would be watching Mike Tyson old ass fight at all in 2024, but it's all rituals and ways for people to make money, and it's a dirty, dirty game. This sports, drugs, and entertainment. We got to be smart enough to like let that shit go. Moving into 2025, let these niggas come up with corny ass songs, let them do their concerts, their shows, their pay-per-views, and fixate and focus on what the fuck you gonna be doing. Cause we cannot fantasize in 2025. If you need to do something, let's do it. We can do the smart contract in Bitcoin and get to work. Oh, I don't know what a smart contract is, Hood. Then I'm just a crazy person, obviously. But it's out. The tech is out here. The modes is out here. We got 10 fingers, 10 toes. Let's get to motherfucking work. We gotta get to work. Like, you cannot be in this fantasy world just because we spiritual. Cause I see motherfuckers crash out in real life. That was good people that believed that the spirits and the ancestors and all this shit was going to sustain them if they was not putting in the work. But faith without hard work is dead. And people then will look at me like, Hood, why it ain't working? Cause you lazy as fuck. Cause you was dropped on your head as a baby or something. Cause I don't know. It's as simple as putting your name on a form.
You thought you could finesse spirit.
You can't finesse spirit.
But
Especially if
you,
you're on some lazy shit.
yeah, but you'll get the reward of being lazy and being a finesse. There's a reward for that.
Mm-hmm.
Not what you think you're gonna get though.
If you want to call it a reward, yeah, there's one.
Crazy, man. I'm about to
My
get to
book,
the.
my book Moon Day is 99% done. I just got to make a companion YouTube video for it and a answer key to one of the worksheets in the book, and be ready to share it with the world.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Journey to the Being should be available also this week.
Got that joint. Got this
Dun,
joint.
dun, dun, dun.
This joint. Join the Discord if you're trying to get access to these. Find an easier way to, get access to these books. Best way to do that is joining the Discord. Joining the Discord, man. Visit the Substack, the financial shadow worksheets. White Rabbit Substack. Tap in. What you got over there cooking up, AD?
He probably stepped away.
Type shit. We definitely gonna have to. I've been trying to get on these boys. My question is always, how you gonna market this motherfucking shit? We'll be back with future videos to do just that. That's the most important thing. People don't know it's available. They have no way of accessing it. So getting that point of focus, recentering and trying to uplift and maintain humanity's integrity in reference to spiritual development and knowledge, because we can assume that all of the knowledge is out there already, but I beg to differ. Did you cultivate the latent DNA tech that's within your being? No? Well, then all the knowledge hasn't been presented. So if there's anything that we can do to help you become a better version of yourself from a spiritual level, join the Discord, man.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. Initiates of the Flame Substack, ColumbianExchange.com. I mean, shit, I think we got the market cornered, but I digress. We're not going to stop.
No, sir.
Dang, we can't even say can't stop, won't stop no more.
Nah, we can't even say that no more, bro. It don't even hit the same no more.
I feel like, no, I'm not gonna say it on here.
Man.
But some stuff looks really bad now. I'll say that.
Looking crazy out here in the street.
Yeah, looking and sounding real bad right now.
Yes, man. Get into your Bible, read about some Moses, some Solomon, some Abraham, some John the Baptist, so you can understand how God had blessed men before. If you down and out, ain't got no money, feeling like don't nobody love you or like you, nigga, connect with God.
Ashe. Me and AD
God
are working
will
on an
not kick
episode.
you out. What you working on the episode on?
Me and AD, the Hierophants. Yeah, the Parable of the Sower. It's gonna be on a Sunday. We'll let y'all know the day. Just putting together the presentation.
Let's get it. Make sure y'all let us know when that's taking place so we all can tune in and tap in.
Sure.
Anything else, AD? Thought I heard your voice.
Yeah, no, tonight was pretty fire. I can say that, wrap it up. chat don't got any more questions for real. Any departing word, gentlemen?
Join the Discord. Email. Cash App. Rest in peace, Panic, man. This shit ain't even real without you not even being on this in this third dimension. Who'd have ever thought coming
That's
up in the
a fact.
spiritual
I'm not
zone?
getting out the bed unless I sell 20 panic packs today, nigga.
Man. Shout out to the Discord. Shout out to everybody trying to figure it out with no instruction manual. It does get greater later.
Yeah, and this was a wing together live because the four of us are super busy, so we apologize. Man. I apologize for us. Like,
Yes.
so fucking busy, man. Like,
You know what they say? You can't say you want a lot on your plate when it's time to eat and say you full.
I can hear my kids right now. I don't want that. What?
You say you was hungry?
Oh, you like that? You had that shit yesterday.
I had somebody ask me, they was like, yeah, I'm trying to gain muscle, man, you know. And I'm just like, make sure you go foods, man. You got a little bit.
Man, peace to the tribe.
Peace to the tribe. Love, y'all. Peace.
See y'all on the
Initiates for the flame. You are now programmed to drop dem draws. Have you been maintaining your flame?